There we go,
Moving
Kina.
on, it's time to catch up with Kina.
I don't know about you though. I don't know why people find those gigantic eyes cute. I don't find that cute. I find that disturbing. This is awesome. Look at how great this looks. Oh, it's so pretty though. Oh my.
Tangled in the tragedies of our past.
And the music though?
Hey everyone,
This is what I
we
wanted
at
to see.
Housemarque are excited to give you this sneak peek at Returnal. In Return,
Look at that game, that swift gameplay though. That's what I'm excited about.
Key to survival in Returnal.
Although it kind of looks a little bit like Anthem, like the feel of Anthem. Yeah, what I want to know is what happens when you die.
Every
It seems
time
like
you die
yeah.
and restart, the world will change. The map will be different, enemies will appear in new locations
That's
and
cool.
in differing numbers, so you have to think fast and adapt.
It's a
Here you can see the
procedural
use
generation,
of the lightning alt-fire, which is great for crowd
like
control.
3D.
This is one of many alt-fires that you can acquire in the game.
It's a roguelike? Yeah, this is the... Why don't they say roguelike?
Besides the
Interesting.
intense combat, Returnal also has a deep and engaging narrative. We allow players to piece together the puzzle that is the story of Celine, as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
It would be cool if it's open to interpretation.
That can't be here. I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I
Resident Evil
can't
8
remember
crossover.
the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind. There's no comfort here. No safe space.
Okay, we're switching to first person. Telling you Resident Evil 8 crossover here.
Exactly as I left it.
Interesting. Release date? No? Or did they already have one? I thought it was like April.
Returnal
something.
lands on April 30th, and it's
April 30th.
developed by the talented team at Housemarque. Next, let's take
Oh
a
boy.
closer look at a high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout City.
They went all out with the marketing on this. It appeared in the Nintendo Direct, now State of Play. See, this makes the
Knockout
game a
City
lot
is easy
more
to pick up and play,
apparent
but there's a lot of
of
depth
what
here
it
for those
is.
who've got the skills.
Aside from that
In a
awful
1v1
trailer that I got on
face-off
the
mode, you'll go head to
freaking
head in a
Nintendo Switch.
constantly shrinking battleground, relying on your reflexes and abilities to knock out an
See,
opponent.
this actually makes the game
A
like, okay,
well-timed
I want
cut
to try
powers
this
up
out.
the ball, keep your wits about you, and outplay your opponent to bring home a win.
Is it like a battle royale? Do you see like the circle coming down?
Let's jump into Team KO, our 3v3 mode.
Okay, there we go. Those are the modes.
Teamwork makes the dream work in Knockout City. If your crew is outmatched, a well-coordinated team can still dominate. We're playing in Back Alley Brawl, a new map that you'll find in our upcoming crossplay beta. The special ball for this match is the Sniper Ball, which
Can it be
locks
a
onto
new
targets
map
from
if the
far
game
across the map and
hasn't
wham!
released?
You can take them out before they have a chance to react. Beyond special balls, each map features a unique mechanic. In Back Alley Brawl, you can hop into a tube and make a quick getaway, or use them to sneak up on your opponents. Caught empty-handed? You can literally become the ball, a new weapon for your teammate. Or
Okay.
risk it all. Charge up a teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge instant KO explosion.
Freaking Doomfist from Overwatch.
The team here at Velen has been obsessed with building this world over the last 4 years. Knockout City is coming out May 21st, and we'd love your help in our final stretch of development.
May
Rally your
21st.
crew and sign up for our crossplay beta at knockoutscity.com to play early on PlayStation. See you soon, brawlers.
See you soon indeed. See, why couldn't they just show something like... I know there was a lot of developer talk, but you could have just shown what you saw here without the guy talking. And it would have been a
Time for something new.
better
Here's
trailer,
your
in my
first
opinion,
look
than
at
the
an
Nintendo
upcoming
Switch one.
PS5 game from the team at Slow Clap.
Art style is cool. So a brawler? 3D brawler, maybe? Ooh, that's not good. So just about beating a bunch of people. Sifu. Oh, it's coming out this year.
That was the debut of Sifu, coming to the PS5 console later this year.
So every time you die, you
Now
grow
let's get
older.
an update on Solar Ash.
Gameplay for our new title, Solar Ash.
Oh, we finally get to see what the game is. This game is actually gonna
Solar
play
Ash
like.
is a huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement,
Ooh.
and fluidity.
It's a
The
3D
game is set
platformer.
inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path. You play as Rey, a daring Void Runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her homeworld. Rey is extremely agile, able to speed across the world with abilities akin to skating. On the ashen clouds, she can quickly cover great distances in our huge world. At its core, Solar Ash is a game about movement, and Rey
That's
has
cool.
everything she needs to flow through the dangerous and unique world.
I'm gonna die so many times if I play this game. So you do have
Our
melee
combat
attacks.
system is simple, fast, and fluid, built to empower players and encourage flow.
I like that.
As you explore
Don't
the
interrupt
Ultra
my flow.
enemy encounter,
Ah, but that's sick. And we're riding on top of a dragon.
Solar Ash is Heart Machine's vision of the adventure platformer. The giant spaces, the feel of movement, the flow of combat,
very zen.
and the high-stakes battles atop enormous beasts all come together to bring players something we think is incredibly unique, and more importantly, fun.
I'm digging it. I'll probably take it.
If you're a fan of scary games, this next one is for you.
Resident Evil? More Resident Evil? Nope.
When I first found you,
Is this the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff?
you were small.
It's a lot more colorful than the actual Five Nights at Freddy's, though.
Gregory, we can get you out of here. You and me together. They won't stop hunting you. None of them will stop hunting you.
It's just too colorful to be scary, though.
We have to get you out by morning.
It looks like a big evolution
There
over
is
the
more
previous
going
one,
on
though.
here than you realize.
More open, more exploration. I don't know. I like
That
horror
was
games,
a
but
chilling
this,
new look
this
at Five Nights at Freddy's
doesn't do it for
Security
me.
Breach. Up next, let's take a tour of Oddworld Soulstorm.
In wonderful environments
What's the gameplay
in an
of
effort
this?
to escape the all-powerful
It's a
and
platformer?
eternally greedy Gluckins. We really wanted to bring this world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more
2.9?
depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback,
What does
as you'll
2.9
now
even
be able
mean?
to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. It might be gimmicky,
There are
but
well over 1,000 fellow Mudak. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you. And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array
You're
of heavily
basically
armed
leading
enemies
them
that will
into a
stop at
genocide right
nothing
there.
to find and end Abe once and for all.
oh. I'm interested in what they mean by 2.9D. April 6, sorry. Like the 2.9D, I'm guessing they're just gonna play around with the camera angles quite a bit to give you a little bit more flexibility as you go through the world. There we go,
Moving
Kina.
on, it's time to catch up with Kina Bridge of Spirits, a gorgeous new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
Yeah, it's been a while. Show me more gameplay. I already know it looks pretty. Mix of gameplay and cinematic. Oh boy. I don't know about you though. I don't know why people find those gigantic eyes cute. I don't find that cute. I find that disturbing. But in any case, aside from that, ignore the little thingies.
The rats seem quite fond of you. They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
This is awesome. Look at how great this looks.
Shrine's energy. But that power faded long ago.
I do want to see gameplay though. That's the part that worries me about this game. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty though. Oh my.
Tangled in the tragedies of our past.
And the music though?
You must help these spirits if you wish to reach the mountain shrine.
It's okay. You have to go now.
Aloy? You see how they don't show the little thingies during combat? They mostly show during exploration. Like that.
This land can be weird, but you cannot stay here, Spirit.
Oh, never mind. There we go. See, that's what I want to see. I want to see what the combination between the little thingies and Kina. I'm guessing that's her name. I'm not sure if that's the actual combination there. Oh boy. That was a human, right? A human being consumed? That's lit. See, that's what I'm looking for. Let's go.
The path of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
I like it. So, Chad, who's playing Deathloop with me?
This is Ramblin' Frank's Matinee. This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying
Also,
to...
hey, Otto, how you doing, bud?
Cold.
Buy me a PlayStation?
Are you?
If you can find one, Otto. And no scalpers. I'm also curious if this game is gonna be more like Hitman, which obviously you have an assassination target, or whether it's gonna be like there's gonna be an actual storyline associated with this, or is it mostly mission based where you can play the same thing in different ways and come up with different solutions? I think either one is just I'm still a little confused about it. That's cool. The abilities in Dishonor are always really cool. The things that you can do. So I'm all for it. See, Steve, that could be you. It seems very sandboxy. Like, Dishonor had a clear story in mind. I don't think this one does. It's more... Obviously, it will have a story, but I think it's going to be more focused on the interactions and things that you can do.
Song's over, people. And so is Ramblin' Frank.
I want to see the multiplayer side of this. Excuse me? Die again. If at first you don't succeed, die again. I really want to know what the multiplayer is like. That's what is intriguing
Before
me. Like,
we leave,
how can I prevent
how
my
about
players?
a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games.
Oh, is it Bloodborne? Bloodborne 60 FPS? No, Final Fantasy VII. I guess at some point I'll have to play this as well.
Now it's my turn.
Okay, fair. I know that Plumber is not a 2020 game. It just kind of flew over my mind. Okay, Matt, you don't have to point that out.
Well, guys.
And who's my girl? She?
One's been expecting.
Is this like
what took you?
Extra pieces of content, or was this on the game already? Oh, you get to play as her. Could you do that? I mean, the game looks really cool. Like, I'm not deny it. It was already impressive on the PS4. So now that you get a chance to play on the PS5, 100%.
No freaking way!
This appears to be an interim content between episodes 1 and 2. Okay.
There you are.
Giving you a little bit more taste
It just appeared.
before they finish up the game. Intergrade. Yeah, I guess.
Now, let the hunt begin.
And then you get the Final Fantasy VII PS5. Yeah, there you go. Graphics on PlayStation 5. Prioritizes maintaining 60 FPS. Look at how fast that loaded, chat. Isn't it amazing? Now you just need to get your hands on a PS5. The visuals and the combat scenes are impressive.
You see that?
And look at that outfit.
Just do it.
Yep.
Those outfits are always like baffling to me. Why couldn't she like zip up her shorts? Like, or button her shorts? Why does it have to be open? More flexibility, I guess? Yeah, you can upgrade. That one says for free though. Pretty interesting show. Obviously there were no big reveals or anything like that, so nothing to be like blown out of the water with. But cool showing some different things. Obviously for me, what I'm most excited about is Kina. That's coming out next month, so I'm excited to see how the gameplay, the story, and everything comes together. Obviously it's very Pixar-ish movie style. Other than that, the Deathloop, I'm interested. I kind of wanted to find out a little bit more about the multiplayer side of things, just to see how I can prevent my friends from basically completing the level, or how that's all gonna play out. At least we found out that Returnal is a little bit more like a roguelike. They're not calling it that, but given the fact that when you die, you wake up, apparently the world is completely different. It hints at that, and then you can upgrade your arsenal as every time that you die. So it's like it's hinting obviously at a 3D roguelike game, which I haven't played any 3D ones. The most recent one that we played, of course, is the masterpiece that is Hades. So that we'll see how that kind of blends together. What worries me a bit is the combat kind of looks a little bit Anthem-ish. As long as the enemies are not like bullet spongy or anything, and it actually requires fluidity and the decision making, I think they will be fine. It's not necessarily calling out to you upgrading and obtaining a loot system. It's more like what else you have to play. And the Final Fantasy stuff, I know that's probably gonna get a lot of people excited. A lot of people love Final Fantasy VII. I wonder how much they're gonna charge for that between episodes thing. I wonder if they're gonna actually go full scale, or they're gonna charge like a DLC price. Given that they're technically, with Final Fantasy VII, they're splitting it into episodes, so you still need to, and you're gonna have to pay full price for each episode if you want to continue playing the entire game. Solar Ash looks cool. I will definitely try that one. 3D platformer. I like 3D platformers, and that one seems to be focused on fluid movement, and even though it has combat, it's all about maintaining your momentum while also combating, which I find that interesting. It reminds me of that game, first-person game that had these like the samurai sword, and that actually had 3D platforming as well. That came out last year. Kind of forget the name of it. I never got a chance to try that. I need to remember to do that. Five Nights at Freddy's didn't do it for me. Never tried the original ones. They never caught my attention. And this one just seems like, even though it's horror, it's very colorful, and the characters themselves don't really seem horrific enough. I guess we'll have to see how the environment actually tells. Probably not the target audience for us. Oddworld looks cool. The 2.9D idea is probably going to be different camera angles at different situations. As long as they allow me to use my brain, I'm okay with that. And Sifu is the one that is like the 3D brawler, where it looks like every time that you die, you kind of age up, age a little bit there, which is interesting. Not much to say there, given that it was I only saw them combating every time he died. He grew a beard or the beard became white. So we'll see. We'll have to see a little bit more about that afterwards. But yeah, I think that's those are my thoughts. It was a pretty decent show.